What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Among Us video. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you about one of the most legendary battles of all time. The battle between Henry and RHM. In one corner, we have Henry Stickmin, who is the main protagonist of the Henry Stickmin series. And in the other corner, we have one of the most powerful members of the Top Pack clan, also known as RHM. Both of these characters have been clashing for the past few months. If you remember in the RHM map trailer, RHM took out Henry, and Henry is seeking his revenge, which led towards a battle that I'll never forget. And before we get any further into this video, I do want to mention that 70% of you have not hit that subscribe button, which means that you're missing out on Among Us darkest secrets. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. That way you don't miss out on any of my videos. I'm also getting really close to 2 million subscribers, so your help is appreciated. And if you want to see more imposter fights, make sure to leave a like down below. And also make sure to leave any monster fight suggestions in the comments. I really want to hear them. But now let's begin with today's story video. So let's start from the beginning. After several months of waiting, the airship map finally arrived, which contained one of the original crews. The airship map was on a mission to establish a base for the rest of the crewmates. Anything to help keep the imposters away. The map of Polis had to deal with several imposters already, such as Murray, the king of Polis, Molten, the imposter of Lava, and even Red, which can be found scattered across all of the maps in Among Us. The airship map was one of the safest locations for crewmates, which is one of the reasons why it's so organized. You may be asking yourself, who were the crewmates in charge of the airship map? There was 9 in total, and you might have seen them on the airship map trailer. These crewmates include RHM, Henry, Ellie, Reginald, Sven, Bert, Jeffrey, Mr. Macbeth, and Munster. These were the crewmates in charge of the airship map, and also the ones that were out exploring the deep corners of space. But something ended up happening that would change everything, which caused many friendships to be broken. As Henry was busy doing a few tasks in the airship map, making sure everyone was doing their work, RHM ended up betraying him. RHM vented and saw the opportunity to take out Henry, which he did. And Henry was now the first victim of RHM, one of his closest friends. Ellie ended up finding Henry's body, and that was the end. As a ghost, Henry was very angry. He couldn't believe what RHM did to him. After all those years of working together, it had to end like this. Henry was now looking for revenge. After what RHM did to him, there was now a lot of conflict in the airship. Without their leader Henry, they didn't know what to do. Nobody knew who was behind his death. Only Henry knew that. But Henry was not gonna back down. He had plans up his sleeve. Well, he is a ghost, so he has no arms, but you get my point. But he wasn't gonna do it alone. He's gonna get help later on. For the next few months, Henry was just a hopeless ghost. He really couldn't do anything. Until eventually one day, Henry found a way to move objects. And he would use these objects to communicate with the rest of the crewmates. Henry was able to communicate with her best friend Ellie. She knew that Henry was the one moving the objects, and she wanted to find a way to save him. Ellie was a very smart girl. She spent a lot of time in the medical room doing several experiments. She also learned a lot about the body and how it worked. As you can see right here, we have a bone. Yes, the crewmates only have one bone. I have no idea how that works, but that's just how it is. She discovered that if Henry can lift objects that become heavier over time, Henry will be able to develop some arms, which are just gonna be ghost arms but better. She did this experiment with Henry for several weeks, until eventually Henry had the ability to lift heavy objects, and he was now stronger than before. But little did she know that this will change Henry's life forever. Now that Henry was much stronger, he was able to throw objects across the airship map. He then continued to build up his arm strength until eventually he had the power to move the entire airship map. One day as the airship map was traveling above a deep ocean, one of the engines failed, which caused the airship map to go underwater. The crewmates inside were unable to do anything, but Henry had to do something quick. He went underwater and managed to save the entire ship with his big arms. But when he went underwater, his life changed forever. When he came out and the water settled, he now had a new body, which contained his massive arms and some fins, since he's able to navigate through the water. He also had his hat, which is very cool. And that's the story of Henry. But now you may be asking yourself, what about RHM? Let me tell you what happened with him. So after RHM took out Henry, he was forced to go into hiding. RHM decided to hide in electrical, which is the impostor's natural habitat. He had to come up with a plan to escape the airship map, or else the rest of the crewmates would eject him after what he did. The reason why RHM took out Henry was because of pure jealousy. As RHM was walking around, he accidentally tripped on a wire, which shocked his whole body. RHM was passed out on the floor for several hours, up until he woke up in space. And if you're asking how he got there, well, the crewmates threw him out of the airship map, and Dark managed to save him. RHM had several injuries after he tripped on that wire, but Dark already knew what RHM was up to. He saw what he did to Henry, and he offered RHM the opportunity to join the impostors. RHM did accidentally help them, since the impostors have been going after the airship map and were unable to find it. RHM decided to accept Dark's offer, and Dark gave him a new body. His new body looked very similar to his old self, but he was larger and stronger. His steel arm has the ability to destroy anything in its path, and RHM also has the ability to use electricity, which makes him unstoppable. And that is how RHM was created, and how he joined the impostors. While RHM was on a mission, he accidentally stumbled upon Eric Lork and Sairi Sorrel, and they both used their abilities on RHM. And they now had full control of his body, which is why he appeared with Ellie and Henry, and how they made him disappear. RHM was now on a mission to take down his friend Henry, as if the first time wasn't enough. But what RHM didn't know is that Henry has been prepared, and has been training to take down RHM. While Henry was doing some push-ups on top of the airship map, RHM appeared right behind him, which caught Henry by surprise. Henry turned around and stared at him. It's all come down to this very moment. Henry versus RHM. Who will win? RHM used his electric ability on Henry, which completely stunned him for a few seconds. Henry then used one of his arms and punched RHM right in the face. RHM used his electric ability once again, but Henry ended up dodging it, and he was now in the air. Henry then got both of his fists and knocked RHM off the airship map. Henry finally got his revenge. If you would like to know what happened next, let's see if we can get this video to 30,000 likes. I do also want to give a massive shout out to Kitty King for helping me produce this video. If you would like to help out a smaller creator, make sure to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And check out these other Among Us story videos that I found on my channel.